at 5, right? So hopefully you have done your prayers, you have taken some snacks or your tea time, all right? So we will just to refresh everyone, this is a collaboration with Unit Bahasa Sektor Pembelajaran Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Selangor. Alright, so just now at 3 we did part 1 and I know that there's a lot of questions asked. Alright, okay, hi Wan, hi Iman, hi Yiting, hi Tavindran, okay, from St. Michael, hi Nisab, welcome back. Alright, hi Nissan, okay, thank you for coming even though you're all over Malaysia. Thank you for coming and hope I can help all of you with your speaking. And then now we're going to do individual long term based on prompts, and then later at night, hi human, we will be doing part 3 discussion, which I think would be the one that everyone maybe wants extra information. All right, so we will start now. All right, straight away into part 2, individual long term based on prompts. Actually, yeah, hi Maha. All right, okay, so let's see what happens in part 2. So usually you will know when part 2 starts. Okay, let me change my setting instead of looking at my face. All right, you will know when part 2 starts when your interlocutor say in this part of the test, okay, then you know you're going into part 2, because the first part they'll say hello, what is your name, and then you say my name is Ali bin Abu, you can call me Ali. All right, and then what is your name? My name is Ahmad bin Ali, you can call me Ahmad. All right, and then they will say where you come from, or how do you come to school. You got that answer, and then they'll ask you things about your daily routines or your school life or your hobbies or your family life, right? And then once they say in this part of the test, they will say thank you first. All right, they will say thank you, the interlocutor will say thank you to you, and then she or he will start with in this part of the test, then you know you are already in part 2. Okay, so this is what the interlocutor will say, exactly what I said, right? In this part of the test, you are given a topic and you have to talk about it on your own for about a minute. Hi, some guy. The instruction is you have to talk on your own about it for a minute. That means you got 60 seconds to talk about it. You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. So your partner would also get a topic and they would definitely ask you a question in connection to the theme or topic, but not what your friend has said. So you don't have to worry, oh, I must listen to what my friend say because maybe I will be asked to repeat what he said. No, no such things. They would ask you question that has relation to the topic or theme that has been discussed or talked about by your partner. So they will say candidate A. So if Ali is candidate A, then Ali, it's your turn first. Here is your task. Hi, Lima. So what happened is the interlocutor will open that relevant page for you and put it right in front of you. Okay, so student A, who I name as Ali, Ali will look at his task, while student B or candidate B, you just relax, and see if you can see the question from where you sit is also fine. You can just turn and look, it doesn't matter. All right, but don't go so near your friend and disturb him. Okay, don't go so near. I also want to know what is question and disturb him. You don't have to do that. You just relax because you will get your part later. So relax first if you are candidate B. If you are candidate A, you will get first, and they will tell you later after 20 seconds. All right, okay. So the keywords to know if you have 20 seconds is, the keyword is here. I like you to talk about your dream job, meaning candidate A, who is Ali, will be talking about the dream job. And the keyword to know, or the key sentence or the key phrase to know that you have some time to think about this is first, you have some time to think about what you are going to say. Meaning you are given 20 seconds to think what you are going to say. Right? These keywords, what I'm telling you is very important because some of you, when you come to part 3, that is when you don't know when to speak and when to keep quiet. So these keywords are important. Always listen. First, you have some time to think about it. Don't talk anything. Think what you are going to say for 20 seconds. Everyone clear about that? Right? Okay. So once you know, I give you example. This is the task that candidate A, who is Ali, gets. So Ali will get this. He will get the booklet that has this, your dream job. Talk about your dream job. You should say the name of the job, the skills you need for the job. If you prefer to work in a small company, why not? If you prefer working in a team, why not? Now, in your brain, in your mind, you need to already organize what you are going to say in 20 seconds. Meaning, okay, you know what job, the skills, and then if you prefer to work in a small company, think of a reason. Prefer working in a team, think with a reason. You may not be able to think everything in the 20 seconds because some of you take a long time to come up with an answer. Then what happens is when you start, when they say now, this is what the interlocutor will say. The interlocutor say, no, this one interlocutor didn't say yet. The interlocutor will say now, are you ready? Okay, they don't expect you to say no. Even if you say no, they'll say, please start now. Right? So you have to start. Okay? Then you start. How are you going to talk about it? I will explain later. You have to talk about it for 1 minute minimum. No, maximum 1 minute. You cannot go more than 1 minute. If you go more than 1 minute, the interlocutor will say, okay, thank you. All right? Because the interlocutor will be keeping time at the same time you are talking. Once you start talking, they'll be looking at the time. Okay, Ali started here. Okay, so 1 minute from there. It reaches 1 minute, the interlocutor will say thank you. Most of you, your problem is, this is what you will do when you see the task. My dream job is to be a doctor. The skills I need to be a doctor is to know how to treat patients. I prefer to work in a small company because it's easy. I prefer to work in the team because I have people around me to help me. That's all. Listening to what I say, it does not even amount to 1 minute. Okay? Right? So you need to show your language. You need to use cohesive devices. All right? And make it sound natural. So my dream job is to be a doctor since I was 5 years old. I love to be a doctor due to the reason my father is a surgeon. And I love when he wears his white coat and walked around in the hospital. Now, there are 3 skills I need for the job. First, I need to make sure that I have enough medical knowledge so that I can treat my patient. Second, I myself must be very patient with all the patients that come and see me because some of them might be worried and upset and might not be able to control their emotion. Third skills that I need is I need to be good with my hands because later I also want to be a surgeon like my father. I have to have a steady hand. All right, then you can continue. You can use like, in addition, I prefer to work in a small company because, give your reason. All right. However, I prefer to work alone instead of in a team for the reason why. So in that way, when the examiner, who is the assessor and interlocutor hears you, they're like, wow, you are giving your answer in a very organized manner, having cohesive devices that shows the flow of your thought. Okay, right, Haziq, it's okay, Haziq. Hi, Ariba. All right, and then once candidate A has finished talking for about a minute, so it can be like for 50 seconds, all right, 55 seconds, fine. So the interlocutor will say, Ahmad, my favorite student is always Ali, Ahmad, and Abu, all right? So Ahmad, what does your father or mother do? Would you like to have a job like a father or mother? Why? There's a lot of questions there. So if you want your interlocutor to repeat, you can say, please repeat the question and then listen again. So how would you answer? The formula is this one that I showed you just now, LAR, without the small a. The reason without the small a is because you don't need the interlocutor to repeat the question, as you will be able to see what you need to talk about in front of you. Therefore, you don't need, please repeat the question. You don't need to do that if you are Ali, candidate A. All right. So what you do is, the first thing you do is you listen or you read carefully. Human, you ask the same question just now, right? Or somebody else. If you ask them to repeat, no marks will be deducted. Don't worry, you may ask them to repeat. Okay? But I'm going to remind you, when you keep on asking, you ask once, you ask twice, is fine. But if you keep on asking, then we know you have problems in understanding. Then some parts of your marks will be affected. I will show you later which part of your marks can be affected. Okay. Now, listen or read. You listen to them what they say, and then you read, because you can have the stimulus in front of you about your dream job, right? So you don't have to ask them to repeat, since you can see what you need to talk about in front of you, right? The guidance is given to you. There's prompts there for you to talk. All right, and then the second one, which would be answer the question. So there are three questions. What is your dream job? All right, what skills you need? Do you prefer to work in a small company? Do you prefer to work in the team? These are all questions. Look at the question and answer. So you can read the stimulus provided with the guided notes to help you, right? What to talk about. Now, if just say you have ideas, you want to talk about your dream job, fine, go ahead. All right. Yes, exactly, Ariba. If they keep on asking to repeat, they have shorter time to actually put their point across, because you are taking the time away. You only have 13 minutes. No one should get extra or less minute, unless, never mind, is especially if those who are good, they speak very fast, everything is very good, they might be less, but no one should go beyond 13 minutes. Okay? Because we want to be fair to every candidate. Okay? Right. Then what happens are, give reasons. After you give reasons, you need to elaborate your answer. That is why it's LAR with an E at the back. E is small, okay, because you need to give reasons or elaborate on your answer. Hi, Sharmila. Okay. Then we go next. No questions about this, right? Let's see a sample. Because after that, I want you all to do one. Right? So just say, for example, this one, you listen. Okay, I want you to talk about your dream job. Now you have some time to look at the task. Now you look, that means you will read it. You will read for 20 seconds. Okay, so how would you answer? You want to give the name of the job. So I will give you a sample. Answer and reason. My dream job is to be a or an. It depends on what job, that some needs a, some would job occupation needs an N, right? An actress. Then you have to use N. An air stewardess. That's you use N. Because, give a reason. Okay, don't just say, all right. Okay, your students are here then, Ariba. That's nice. You ask your students to join. Thank you. My dream job is to be this because. You don't just say my dream job is to be a doctor and you don't give a reason why. Because you have 1 minute to talk. So give reasons why you want to be a doctor or why you want to be an engineer, why you want to be a illustrator, why you want to be, I don't know, all kinds of jobs you have now compared to my time, a media influencer, whatever job you want, just say it and explain. There is no right and wrong on the type of job that you want and the reasons you want, okay? Right. Now, in order, because the skills you need, right? So in order, I'm giving a cohesive device. In order to be a doctor, I would need to have what? What are the skills you need? It will be good if you are precise. You know that you need 2 skills, just say 2 skills. If you only know one, say how I only know 1 skill I need. So the most important skill of all skills that I need to have to be a great doctor is, then you say, because you only know one. Okay? In addition, I'm also required to, this is another skill. Then you use another cohesive device. Cohesive devices are not only important in writing, it's also important in your speaking, right? These are things the assessor will be looking for. Your sentence structure, your organization, your cohesive devices, right? And then, however, to show a contrast of a different idea, I prefer to work in a small company or organization first before joining a big company or an organization. Then you want to give a reason. Starting in a small company would benefit me in what way or would help me in what way, would propel me in doing what, okay? So these are what you can say. And then if you prefer, furthermore, you add another cohesive device. I prefer to work in a team, or I prefer to work I prefer to work individually. So this one, if you say in a team, you have in a, if you want to talk you want to say individually, then furthermore, I prefer to work individually because I find working in a team very stressful, and many of the people in the team might not work at the same pace as I do. All right, so to lessen my stress, I prefer to work alone or on my own. Okay, so this is what you can say instead of just answering. If you are a student who don't have the language, fine, just go to the point. The job I dream is what? The skills I need. That one you can go straightforward. If you cannot speak like this, then it's fine if you go straightforward by just saying what is in the bullets. You will still get some marks, but you won't get very high marks. It's better to get some marks than just being quiet, right? Say something to help you get marks. You say something, you will get marks. You want to get good marks, you want to get 6.5 and 6.5 and 6, then you need to use words like this for part 2, right? Because if part 2 you don't do well, then maybe part 3 will even be a bigger problem for you, right? So this is what candidate A, who in this seminar I'm calling as Ali. Ali will say this and fill up all the gaps that he has to fill up. All right, and say. So far here, any problems? So you listen and then you read, you answer, and every answer you either give reason or you elaborate on it so that you have 1 minute. Okay. Next, you also have to remember this. All right. Speak slowly. Don't speak like me. I speak very fast because I only started speaking at the age of 2 years old. So 2 years, I didn't speak. I only spoke when I was 2, and I'm catching up throughout my life for that 2 years. So I speak very fast. Okay, what's the total marks in part 2? There is no total marks, Maha. There is no total marks. The total marks is from the time you walk in, we are already looking at you in part 1, what you can do. Part 2 is the time we start assessing you until part 3. Okay, clear? From this part, we're already assessing you. But part 1, when you enter, we already look at you. We already listen the beginning part. We already actually can gauge your confidence level, your language in part 1. And then part 2, we start assessing you by looking for all the words you use, your sentence structure, your grammar, your cohesive devices, your organization. That's what we are listening for. Okay? All right. And then candidate B. Now, what I've shared with you for candidate B, you are going to be asked this question, right? Ahmad, candidate B is Ahmad for me. What does your father or mother do? Would you like to have a job like your father or mother? Why? Now, candidate B, you do not have a text in front of you. So you are purely listening. All right, purely listening again has no connection to what Ali has said as candidate A, but has something to do with the topic, which is a job, a career. So you are asked about your parents' job and whether you want to be like your parents who has whatever job. And then you have to give a reason. For this, you can say, I beg your pardon, can you please repeat? Then you hear and there is no time because remember the keyword here. Now you have some time to look at the task. No, there is none here, meaning you have to answer immediately. That's the keyword. Always listen. Are the interlocutor telling me I have some time to look at it, some time to think? No. If no, I have to answer immediately. Right? So if just say you only remembered the first one, that's what does your father or mother do? You can say my father is a what? Okay, and then explain. My father is a surgeon. He goes to the hospital every day at whatever time. And then you say, can you repeat the second part of the question? You can. I didn't get you when you say. So the interlocutor will only read the second part. Would you like to have a job like your father? Why? Oh, yes, I like to have a job like my father because, right? So I give you an example. You answer, you elaborate, you give reason. Okay, my father or my mother is a hawker. All right, I just give a simple one here. He sells. If your mother is she, change the pronoun if it's your mother. Sells fried noodles from a stall in a coffee shop. He's a hardworking man who works from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day. If your mother is a hawker, then my father or my mother tirelessly helps him at the stall. You have to change the pronoun if you change whoever is the one you're talking about. All right. And then I think this is enough for 20 seconds. In case you only have, my father is a hawker, he sells fried noodles from a stall in a coffee shop. You only have that, then you might want to say this for the second part of your question. My parents want me to run the stall after the SPM examination. However, look, cohesive devices, I don't want to. Instead, another cohesive device, I want to be a cartoonist. I love drawing because you're giving reason why and thinking of funny stories to tell people. I hope I can be as famous as Stan Lee one day. Stan Lee is a famous cartoonist if I'm not mistaken. All right. So this is what you can say. All right. And don't forget, you also need to show that you can structure your spoken output using cohesive devices. Right? You don't have time to think. You immediately answer. So to be successful in part 2 is practicing with your partner. Okay, if you have a partner for your test, I'm sure all of you already know who your partner is. Okay, there are so many sample SPM questions on speaking. I would advise all of you from today because the moment you open, school is open, after 1 week, you have ujian lisan bertutur bahasa Melayu. Alright, and then after that, you have ujian lisan bertutur bahasa Inggeris. So when you're doing bahasa Melayu, your mind is not thinking about English. But how you can help yourself now is with your partner. You can do a Google Meet with your partner because it's school holiday. I understand, have a question and each other ask question. Be the interlocutor to ask question for part 2. And I always advise my student, I don't know my student do it or not, record how you say it because you don't know how you say things. You record. Now you have mobile phone. Your mobile phone has a recorder. Record how you answer a question and then later play it back and listen to how you said it, whether you use cohesive devices, whether your answer sound organized, whether you use good words. And then if you find that, oh, I forgot this, I forgot that, then redo, record again because you have done it. And then if you do that often, you will be able to perform when you are doing your real test. Okay? You need to record because your teacher is unable to hear every single one, everybody's answer and help everybody. You need to help yourself and do this. Okay? Because if my students are in Form 4, I've told them since Form 4. Whether they do it or not, I don't know because I have no time to go and check every single one. I'm sure the teachers here have so many students and speaking is not easy like you writing, you can just hand in and the teacher can check. All right. So do that. And if you need help from your teacher, approach your teacher and say, can you listen to this and let me know what you think about that. I'm sure your teacher will be very helpful. All right. When you show efforts like that. Okay. So part 2. All right. This is what happened. After candidate A has finished talking and then we ask candidate B a question about the topic of candidate A, we will say, thank you, Ali. Can I have the booklet, please? Then you know if you are Ahmad, it's my turn now. Now, Ahmad, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about your favorite device. First, you have some time to think about what you are going to say. The keyword, first, you have some time to think about what you are going to say. Is an indication you have 20 seconds. All right, so 20 seconds, very fast. Okay, so this is what candidate B would get. Your favorite device. For those of you in Selangor, I think you also had this question in your SPMC. All right, for this one, all right, even the one that I've done earlier, I think Form 4 had it, but my slides has been done last year. This slide is a last year slide, okay? Now, talk about your favorite device and you should say what the device is, what you can do with the device, how the device helps you in your life, and if you'll be able to go without it for a week. If you don't believe that this is the same slides, you can go to 2022 SPM seminar that I've done and you will realize the speaking one is the same. I've changed my reading, writing, but I didn't manage to change my speaking, okay? Now, can you please tell me, if you are Ahmad, all right, how would you answer this? 20 seconds you have. How would you answer this? I already given you a sample for candidate A. Can you tell me how would you address this better than maybe what you have done in your SPMC? I am waiting. You all can write your answers. Anybody? Thinking very hard. What are you going to say? Everybody talk about their device as mobile phones. Besides mobile phone, what other device there is that you can mention? I like Sri Rahayu has answered. Name the device. Thank you, Cikgu. Ah, some guy you like computer. I know you like computer. Always on the computer, right? All right, name the device. List two things I do with the device. State one thing it made my life easier. Yes or no with the reason. Yes, that's what you want to do. Yeah, that's what you would do, right? Sri Rahayu, that's what you will talk. We advise our students to talk about name the device and then what they do with the device, at least two, right? Okay. So the type of device. So some guys say he likes the uh, a, a computer. Haziq says tablet. Correct. Pejun says laptop. A PC is same is personal computer. And Maha says my favorite device is handphone. Handphone is only for everybody's information. Handphone is only used in Malaysia, the term handphone. Right? If you go to other countries, they don't know what a handphone is because they use the term a mobile phone. What's another one they use besides a mobile phone? There's another term I forgot. All right. Not hands free. That one hands free is when you're in the car. All right. Only Malaysia use handphone because the phone is in our hands. So we use handphone, but it's okay. You can use the term handphone because we are in Malaysia. Just to let you know. To answer in a sentence, yeah, Ariba, it'd be good if I can see what the students will answer in a sentence, like what the device is. Right? How would they say? Yeah, correct, Rahayu. The other word is a cell phone. Amar, thank you. Cell phone, yeah. Mobile phone, cell phone is the one that is known internationally. If you say handphone, sometimes people from the other countries were thinking, what's a handphone? And then you have to explain them and say, oh, it's a mobile. So you will realize that, oh, only we Malaysians use it. Okay. Can you all share like what you would say so that I can maybe help you. Just write as though you are talking. All right. I do with my device watching and playing can. Okay. Uh, Pejun. Yes, you can say that, but our sentence structure. I I what I usually use because you're asking what I usually do with my device is I use it to watch YouTube and play online games. Okay, Pejun. All right, but good. It's fine. It's fine with me. I do with my device watching YouTube. You at least you speak. Don't just go silent. My favorite device is a smartphone. Yes. All right. Luckily, we don't have dumb phone. The reason I choose a smartphone is because I can do my work more efficiently and easily. More addition, no, Nisa, not more addition. In addition, all right. Or you can say furthermore, a smartphone helps me a lot in saving time while doing my work. All right. Okay. So that's good, Nisa. Okay. All right. Thank you, Pejun, for being very positive. Yeah, thank you, Puan Ariba. I use my mobile phone to do what? Okay, so some guy here say, I like my computer because I can play chess on it and it's easier for me to do my school work. Although um, it is easier for me to do my schoolwork. Why? So you need to elaborate. It's easier to do my schoolwork because I can research, or you can say I use Chat GPT to get some answers instead of looking through my book, which you all do, right? And then you have to full stop. However, not although some guy, however, I could survive a long time without it because I can do work on paper, but it will be a little inefficient. All right, I don't think you can say I can do work on a paper. I can do my homework on a paper and do research using a textbook. But you'll be a little time consuming because you need to read more and therefore a little inefficient for me. Okay, all right, I hope some guy that would help you with that. All right, okay. Nessa, you have to add about whether you can go for a week without a phone. All right, okay, let me look at Aishura's answer. I would like to talk. So before that, some guy, um, I like my computer. Okay, you might want to say that my favorite device is a computer. All right, to be more how to say clear for the SSN interlocutor. Aishura says, I would like to talk about my favorite device first. Of my favorite device. Firstly, the device is a smartphone. Next, what I can do with the device is it can help me find some information that I don't know. Okay, all right. It's good, Aishura. My suggestion is increase your vocabulary, information that I know less of or that I may not have uh, any knowledge on. All right. Okay, so Nessa added, however, I probably won't be able to go without it for a week because I always need to be reminded consistently with alarms. So, okay, you have alarms to tell you to do things. Okay, all right. Anyone else wants to share? No. If there's no one else who wants to share, it's okay. I will go to the next one, which then, if just say these are all the answers given, the one that I've shared, and I've given some, yes, Amir Hanif, you have to take care of vocabulary too, because that are also what we are looking at, whether you are using the same words always, or you use some words that are showing your knowledge of different words, okay? So now we'll say, Ali, what is your favorite device? Can you go without it for a day? Why? So now Ali would have to say, my favorite device is similar to Ahmad, which is a mobile phone. I can go, I on the other hand can go without it for a day. For a week, maybe I couldn't, but for a day I could, because I'll be able maybe to focus on my homework more or focus on my studies more if I do not have my mobile phone with me for a day. Okay, Carrie has shared. Let's look at a few of these people. Upon Ariba says, once you name your device, example smart, try not to use device anymore, but use smartphone. Yes, correct. Once you already say that your favorite device is a smartphone, then you need to be precise. You are talking about your smartphone. Okay, all right, correct. Carrie has said, my favorite device is a mobile phone. It is because we can even make PowerPoint presentations on our phone and use it as a calculator to ease our work, not easy, to make our work, or not to make, to ensure we can do our work efficiently, smoothly, effectively. All right, okay. Peanut. My favorite device is a laptop. You all like to forget. My favorite device is my laptop or a laptop. I can use it to do my schoolwork. Laptop helps me to do my tasks or work anywhere, anytime. I think I can go for a week without it because I can plan my work in a book, but I can't finish it without my laptop. Okay, I can see your answer after that, Peanut. Pejun, I won't be able to go without it for a week because I will miss some homework in our school. Besides that, I cannot attend tuition classes for a week. Okay. Pejun, what you need to do here is I won't be able to go without my mobile phone for a week because I will miss all the homework that my teachers usually give through just say Telegram or through WhatsApp, and that needs my mobile phone. Besides that, I would not be able to attend my tuition classes because my tuition classes are all online, and I will get the link to the classes also through WhatsApp. So that way, it's clearer what you're trying to say. Okay, all right, just add in more. Okay, you have besides that, right? When you are writing to show me sample, you can see where you are not having enough, whether vocabulary or cohesive devices. But when you talk, you are not able to see that. That is why I advise you to record what you say and then listen again. That is the best way, right? Okay, right. Do I show you what let me see if I have. Okay. This is when I'm going to show you what are examiners looking for. All right. Okay. So the assessment criteria, first, grammar. It is by the assessor. It's between 1 to 6 marks. What are the assessor looking for when they are listening to you talking for grammar? One, if accuracy. How accurate is your grammar? Number two, remember just now in part one, you say what if I make a mistake? Right? Then you will say, you can self-correct. You say something and then you realize, oh, what I say is wrong. You self-correct. It is in under grammar. Okay? And then grammatical structures. We are looking at grammatical structures, whether you use only simple sentences all the time or got some complex sentences, different kind of sentences. And then look at here. Where am I going? Look at here. Organizational patterns. That's why I say you need to organize what you say, because you are looking at that plus your cohesive devices and connectors that you use. So you have that under grammar. All these 4 bullets. Accuracy. You can make errors, but you must show that you can self-correct, because no one is perfect when they are talking. English is the second language in Malaysia. Some people is the third language. Grammatical structures, we are listening for that. And also we are looking at organizational patterns, cohesive devices, and connectors. Let me share vampire. So we have people who likes vampire. A lot of teens of my age will probably go with smartphone, but as for me, I love the way it has been worded. My favorite device is my laptop. With it, I can do lots more tasks compared to mobile phone. I can work on PowerPoint presentation comfortably, and of course, print notes easily since good. Very good organizational pattern used there, since it works seamlessly. Very good vocab with printer. I think I might not be able to go without it for a week, because I normally use it on a daily basis, as changing habits is difficult. Okay, good job, Vam lady. She's a vampire lady. Hi, Amsha. It's okay. You can watch the replay. Not a problem. Okay, let's go back to this. All right. So grammar, you already can see what the assessor are looking for. These are the 4 things in grammar that the assessor will mark you. Then in vocabulary, just now somebody said vocabulary pun penting ke? Yes. Where the assessor will also be listening to your words. Meaning, your choice of vocabulary. Can you give and exchange views on wide range of abstract, complex, unfamiliar topics? And can you convey specific differences in meaning? That is why I said you must use precise word. When you use a precise word, you are showing to the examiners, I know to use different words to show different meanings, or different words to give you the same meaning. Okay, so that is choice of words. You cannot increase your vocabulary suddenly within few weeks. This one is increasing vocabulary should have happened since you were young. If you do not have enough vocabulary, it's fine. You won't get 0. It's just that you won't get high marks. I'm sure you want some marks instead of 0. So speak. Use whatever words you know to speak. Marks will be given no matter what you say because we know you are trying your best to speak. All right. For those of you who are good, you might want to show all the different words you can use to get good marks for vocabulary. All right. For those who are weak in grammar, it's okay. Just say what you want to say, you still will get marks. Okay, you might not get 6 marks, but at least you might get 2 or 3 marks, depending how well you do, right? Now let's look at communicative competence, which is also given by the assessor. So this is also 1 to 6 marks, so altogether 18 marks by the examiner who is sitting at the side and not talking to you. All right. What are they looking for in communicative competence? What it means is whether you are competent, whether you are good, whether you are efficient in communicating, right? So we are looking at spontaneity, meaning you can immediately give an answer without hesitation, without thinking, oh, I need to think what's the answer. Okay, this part, initiate, maintain, this one will be in part 3. And this one, relate, contribution, will be in part 3. Same with choice of vocabulary. When you talk about exchange views, that would be in part 3. All right. So initiate. Initiate means to start a conversation. Maintain is to make sure the conversation keeps going. Close means to end the conversation. Right? And then relate, contribution means whatever your partner says, do you relate it? This one I will explain more in part 3, how you can make sure all these are being shown and being done. The only thing the interlocutor would give you is this. Understand overall spoken performance. All right. So overall spoken performance, the teacher who has been giving you the task and all that, she or he is looking at whether you understand the task. So if you keep asking, what do you mean, teacher? I don't understand. You are showing the interlocutor you don't understand the task. Okay. Handling of topics, meaning how you ask and respond to question and suggestion. Maintain, develop interaction. Compensation for gaps of own or partner's vocabulary. This is in part 3, not in part 1, part 2. Grammar knowledge. And then length of utterances. How long are your sentences? How long? Length. That is why I say speak. Don't say one word answer because length of utterances is there. And how much support do you need? The more support you need, the lesser your marks. So these are the 4 things that the interlocutor will look from part 2 to part 3. Okay? Even part 1 also, when she asks you and then you from there you don't understand already, we have not given you a mark, but we already get an idea. We only give you the mark at the end of part 3 when you walk out the room. When the moment you finish, we say thank you, that's the end of the test. Only then we give you the marks. We will not give you the marks when you are doing part 2 and then we give you marks part 3. No, we wait until everything is over to give you your marks. So you need to perform well in all parts. All right. So this is what. Any question that you want to ask? Have any one of you that is here today know that this is what the examiners are looking for? I'm sure you know, right? Your teachers would have shared with you. Okay. I think that is my last slide. So do you all have any questions that you want to ask? Yeah, all right, good. Sleep light, thank you. Yeah, your teacher has shared, so you know. Right, any questions you all want to ask? If no, I want to end this and see you all at 8 for the part that everybody wants to hear about, part 3. I hope that I've given you, may I ask my friend if I don't know some word in the clues. In part 2, no. You have only 20 seconds, vampire. You only have 20 seconds, right? So I don't think you have enough time to ask your friends for words in the clues. Some words in the clues. What clues are you talking about? You may not ask your friend when it is part 2 is the part 2 is individual long term based prompts. Part 3 is discussion. So it's individual. You are not supposed to ask your friend what's the meaning, what's this meaning. Okay, no, you cannot ask. All right? No, you can't. You are supposed to prepare on your own. It's an individual task. Even if your friend helps you, we all can see, right? When we see, your interlocutor will tell you not to help also. Because later, if the interlocutor allows you to help, the assessor will later tell the interlocutor that she or he is not supposed to do that. Okay? All right? Okay, I hope that helps. When you do reading, when you do writing, no one helps you, right? What do you mean by you don't need to repeat your introduction? What do you mean by that, Nessa? I don't understand the question. You don't need to repeat your introduction, right? What does that mean? Are you talking about who are you? I am Ali and this is Ahmad, or what? Like, hi, I'm Ali. My favorite device. Are you trying to say that? I don't know what you're trying to say, Nisa. Yeah, no, you don't have to say that. You just straight away say, we already know who you are. Okay, the first part 1 finished. We already know who is Ali and who is Ahmad. So when you start your part 2, you straight away, my favorite device is whatever, or my dream job is whatever. Okay, you don't have to introduce yourself anymore. It's not a presentation. Okay, it's just sharing with us your dream job or whatever topic you have given you. Okay, right? Any more questions? Okay, all right. If you have no more questions, all right, thank you. Good luck for part 2. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. Have your dinner, go and do your prayers for Maghrib, and then I'll see you at 8. Okay, I find everyone. Goodbye. I hope no more questions. Okay, bye. Right.